I realized I am the laughingstock of my friends, my own birthday party. I went inside to grab more ice and heard my name coming through the kitchen window. My best friend since 7th grade was doing an impression of me. The nervous laugh I do when I'm trying to fit in. That little stutter I get when I'm excited about something nobody else cares about. Everyone outside was losing it. Full on, can't breathe laughter. I stood completely still at the counter and just listened. One by one, they went through everything. The drinks I make are terrible. Apparently nobody finishes them. They just wait until I turn around and quietly dump them in the flower pots by the back fence. I talk too much about my job. I tell the same 3 stories on a loop and never once notice when people's eyes glaze over. Someone did a countdown of the top 5 most embarrassing things I've done at group hangouts, and the whole yard erupted after each one. I recognized every single moment they listed. I was there for all of them. I thought we were laughing together. Then someone brought up the time I told my closest friend in that group that I'd been having panic attacks before big presentations at work, that I had been quietly dealing with it for months and hadn't breathed a word to anyone else. I had trusted exactly one person with that. One. The yard went quiet for half a second. Then someone said, "Wow, he actually told you that." And the laughter started again like it was the punchline to a joke I had never been let in on. I counted to 30, splashed cold water on my face, stood at that mirror for a long moment. Then I walked back outside, grabbed a drink, sat back down, and smiled like I hadn't heard a single word any of them said. Looking back, the signs had always been there. Every event I organized, people showed up late and left early. I'd text the group and get silence for hours, but the second someone else sent something, the chat lit up immediately. I'd mentioned something significant happening in my life, and the conversation moved on within 2 replies like I hadn't said anything at all. I started a new job 8 months ago. Not one person had thought to ask, not once. I kept telling myself that was just how adult friendships work. Everyone gets busy. I told myself I was lucky to have people at all and kept showing up, kept organizing, kept trying. By 10 o'clock, the party was thinning fast. One by one, everyone had somewhere to be. Early morning, long drive, tired. I walked each of them to the door, said goodbye, told them I was glad they came. The last car pulled away and I went back inside alone to start cleaning up, stacking plates, collecting cups from every flat surface, pulling them out from behind the couch cushions like some kind of end-of-night archaeology. My phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I picked it up, expecting a thanks for tonight text. It was a screenshot sent to the wrong chat. Whoever sent it had meant to drop it into a different group, one I wasn't in, one I apparently was never supposed to know existed. 31 messages, all from tonight, all about me. I stood at the kitchen sink with the tap still running and scrolled through all of them. Every insecurity I have ever quietly carried, typed out in real time while I was in the next room refilling the snack bowls and making sure everyone had what they needed. My job, my apartment, the way I dress, the panic attacks. Someone had screenshotted an old photo of me, and someone else had replied with just a laughing emoji and no words at all. And somehow that small, wordless thing hit harder than any of the full sentences above it. Then, at the very bottom of the thread, a photo. All of them. Every single person who had left early. Standing outside a bar 2 streets over, drinks raised, big, open smiles. Timestamp 43 minutes after the last person told me they really had to get going. I stood there without moving. I thought about every birthday I had shown up for, every last-minute plan I had dropped everything to be part of. Every time someone told me those friends seemed off, and I defended every single one of them. I thought about the panic attacks, the quiet private thing I had carefully handed to one person I trusted, ending up as material in a group chat I didn't know existed. I put the phone face down on the counter, finished the dishes, dried my hands, took one slow lap around the apartment and turned off all the lights, sat on the edge of my bed in the dark for a while, and the next morning I went through every single contact, one by one, and deleted them all. No explanatory text, no dramatic post, no final call to let anyone know they had been caught. I just quietly stepped out of their lives the exact same way they had always made me feel inside them, like I was never really there at all. That was 6 weeks ago. Not one of them has reached out to ask where I went, and honestly, that told me everything I needed to know.